It's me, Jaws Blake, El Pentor. How are you? I'm way off today. I don't know what's going on. There we go. I was like, why am I off to like the side stuff? What's going on, yo? I'm Jaws Blake, as you well know. This is the Painter's Breakfast. Oh my god, so great. I know. I didn't think anybody was actually going to show up right when I did that. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. Bienvenidos. Welcome. Painter's Breakfast. For those who know what Painter's Breakfast is, I am El Pintor, Jaws Blake, and I am going to have breakfast. And we're going to talk about whatever nonsense we talk about during it, through it, and so on and so forth. Oh no, my camera keeps moving. It's like, why are you against me, camera? Why are you against me? So today I got good morning. Good morning. Today I got some watermelon drink from Mellow. Actually, very good. Some coffee with oat milk, a cinnamon chip scone, and rosemary cookie from a local bakery that I go to sometimes. That's name I don't remember right now. If you get a chance, check this out. This stuff is really good. It's all natural. It's got no added sugars. It's made from real watermelon. It's plant-based, obviously, gluten-free, and non-GMO. It's very good. If you want to check it out, go to mellowwater, one word, .com. It's really, really good. Tina! Hey, how are you? Yeah, it's a nice morning. How are you? I shall drink from our skull. So, no, WADDAP. I don't know what that means. I'm too old to understand acronyms anymore. I'm sorry. What the devil? I don't know. Nadia, hi. How are you? Wow, you got a busy day today. There's a lot of people in here. Pressure. Let me see. So I have been working on a painting in the studio, which is not right here, and I've been working on all these little kind of like patterns that I'm putting in the background. So I'll share with you some of the ones I've been coming up with. Very pretty, I know. Interesting. Got this guy and this guy. They go from there. This one I haven't finished yet. But I'm working on kind of like a tile thing for the background of it. If you've seen my sad little plants recently, I let them be outside all day, and they did not like it. So I'm nursing them back to health. They've got water, they've got nutrients, they got all that stuff. They kind of droop a little sometimes, and they come back up. So it's been years, so I'm not too worried about it. But I want them to do well. This is a giant scone, for the record. I think it's from a company called Spring Mill in Tacoma Park. If you want to try them, they make them every day. They are delicious. I really like these. They make me happy. So what are you guys having for breakfast? Are you having breakfast? Do you eat breakfast? No? None at all? Alright. Tougher than me. Hmm. I finally sent out my invoice. Egg something or other for me. Alright. Thank you, Zach. Participation. Very nice. So I finally submitted my invoice. I've never been so nervous to do something in my life. I'm just not asking for money is very difficult for me. So I just typed it all out and I was like, okay. And I put it forward. I feel good. A little nervous, but good. I guess my big thing was I had an argument with someone over the weekend. I know, me argue with people? What? That's crazy. ¿Cómo sea? They tried to tell me that they believed. So, all right, how the conversation starts. I'm talking to my friend. We're talking about how there is a lot of the artwork that is in museums, particularly in Europe, are cultivated. So you think of like Crusades and like World War II and all that stuff. Like a lot of artwork was destroyed. That was in Europe, be it made by actual Europeans or not, was in Europe. A lot of it was destroyed between crusading times and whatnot. They go into a place. It's two different places. Obviously, two different time periods. They go into a place. They want to make Christianity the big thing. um, and because the church was rough, obviously, they destroyed a lot of other stuff. So there's a lot of artwork that you never get to see. You'll never get to see that existed that was amazing for all these other cultures. And then we got into World War II, where the Nazis actively destroyed artwork. I'm not equating the two as the same thing, for the record. For anyone who is worried, I'm not calling Christians Nazis by any means. They're not. They're just people, like everybody else. And I was like, yeah, it's just sad because there's all this artwork that's amazing. Nobody's gonna get to see. And that's when the third voice came in. Third voice decides to, hey cat. Third voice decides to say something along the lines of, if you think about it, all art's kind of controlled by the patrons. Yeah. Agree. I agree with you though. Hey. So he says, third voice says, that all work by artists that's famous was commissioned. And so really the artists are it's still their art, but they're nudged in a certain way. I point out tons of artists that are very famous in history that never sold a painting to an individual their whole lives. And so they try and disagree with me and argue with me. I point out that a lot of the work that you see in the world that is bought and sold was not made for anyone in particular. The artist wanted to make it. You look like Basquiat, you look at Van Gogh, you even look at like Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo made a lot of work that was just for her. People loved it so much she became famous after a certain amount of time. But it's definitely not one of those cases where everything that the artists make are guided by all these things. Like we do art shows, we do tabletops, we do all these things. Like yes, we sometimes make them on the idea that people will want them, but you're not really you're not really controlled by the possible customers. It's like Kat. Kat's work is amazing, if I could say. Um, Kat is like a very free artist that makes her art from here. It's not to say that Kat can't make commissions if she wanted to, but much like me, like I just make art. They find homes, and sometimes they don't, and sometimes they turn into works that build onto commissions, but they are not the concept that no art is truly free because all art must come from commissions is the most ridiculous sentiment I've ever heard. And so an argument ensued. Now, the first rule that I have learned in the last few decades of my life is you do not argue with people to change their mind. Kat says, I really dislike commissions. I do them on rare occasions. Likewise. So the concept is very occasional. The concept is you don't argue with people thinking that you're going to suddenly enlighten them or bring them into the world or anything of that nature. Because like we're all kind of pig-headed. We're all very like, I see the sky is blue, don't tell me otherwise. Type of, what? Product placement. But I like to think when you're around people you love, or like, or care about, you're not going to tear them down for the sake of tearing them down. We hope. All we can do is hope. But, yeah. So, I realized partially halfway through it that it was a pointless endeavor, and I just shook my head and just went back to whatever I was doing. It was just obnoxious. But it started this whole thing. Where I came back to, I've been working on journaling for the last about a month or so. Just to kind of give myself perspective and reevaluate kind of my reactions and my feelings towards things. So that I could just have more peace of mind. So I journaled about it, and this thing that I'm doing inside right now, when I run across something that really frustrates me, and it's almost like being stuck in time where you just kind of keep going with the same argument over and over and over. And then I would have said, bunch of jerks, type of thing. And I'm realizing I need to take it, pick it up, put it in a barrel, and light that shit on fire. Just be done with it. It serves me no purpose, nor doesn't help me in any way to just kind of dwindle on those things. Like, I definitely think the experiences that you go through help mold you into who you are right this moment. But there's such thing about like re-traumatizing yourself over and over and over again with like some silly, weird interaction that on all likelihood, the people who you're frustrated with are completely moved on about. Closure is one of those weird things where we like tell ourselves that like if we have it, suddenly my life will be perfect, and it's like, no, you have to work on it. You really truly have to work on it. I really have to remind myself you really don't have to think about this. Yeah, I agree, Len. I agree. You really truly have to. You have to look at it and just go, what am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? Like it's just my little my little cousin used to always point at stuff and go caca, 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 caca. And I was like, I don't know if we should really kind of keep him doing that, but the boy might have had a point. Some things are caca. Some things are just caca. Caca, caca. You can't waste time on it. It just does no. It does no purpose, you know. It's like you're your own like brain cheese man, just going and going and going and going and going. It's not worth it. That's when they said this, and I was. It's like a Key and Peele sketch, and I was like, just looking around, just drama. It's unnecessary. And it doesn't help you get through your day. That's the main thing. Like, that's probably the worst part about all of it. Like, my day did not get better thinking about it. So, stop thinking about it. Barrel. Fire. Whoosh. Gone. And then I got back to this. You know? Then I got back to these. No, these. And the paintings and the projects and everything. Oh, did you see my new podcast episode? See it? See, it's not the right word. Listen to my new podcast episode. I did a movie review of The Life Aquatic, but in my own way, naturally. It's very. Yeah. Okay. That means you want to, which is nice. So I did my movie review of The Life Aquatic. Just to give you an idea of what you're in for, I watched the movie. It's on your to-do list. Nice. I watched the movie again. I've watched it like a bunch of times in my life. I really liked it when I was younger. Then I give my review on it. Then I take a nap with Tom or Mochi, the cats. And then I tell you about the dream I had after watching it and taking a nap. And that's the whole thing. It's very weird. It's kind of silly and funny. It has some serious notes sometimes. I'm just going to do a couple of these. I'm not going to do all of them. So it's my, like there was a Pequeño podcast, the Pequeño episodes for season 4. Now we have the I Dream of Dead Mice little guys. So they're still more like the Pequeño episodes, but they're a little more directed, I guess. I'm excited about it. It was fun to do something different. I've done over 100 episodes, over 150 almost. Maybe more than that. Episodes of the podcast. Plus, I think this will be fun because people can tell me about their experiences. In my mind, I thought about this and I was like, you know what's really good for a visual medium? I might want to put the link to the podcast in the description here. Okay, I will. You know what's really smart for like a visual and auditory thing? Eat something real dry. So you have to, but yeah, I got the two. Also, am I the only person that likes when they drink something hot likes to have something cold nearby? Because like you just feel yourself going like, it's very. No, it's just me. Okay. I don't know. I get hot. I drink something and then it warms me. Then my whole body feels hot, and I'm just like, cold. You can gift that, I guess. I don't know. It's just me. All right. That is fair. I just remember being in South America, sitting on a porch, drinking a coffee, cafe con leche, and coffee with milk, and ended up after I drank it being like extremely hot because it's warm, and then grabbing like a thing of ice and just kind of playing with the ice in my mouth just to like cool down. And ever since then, I was keeping cold drink because I think it'd be weird to perform some type of fellatio on an ice cube in a restaurant. It feels kind of strange for everyone else around me. For me, it would be fine. I'd be like, oh, this is nice. Oh, they're round. Ooh. But yeah, no. I just remember we do it like coconut waters. There'd be like a coconut water, or there'd be like well, not coconut water. It'd be a coconut, the top chopped off, and a straw. Maybe a straw if you were lucky. If you weren't lucky, they just core a hole in it and you just put it against your lips. You're just kind of sticky and coconutty. There's a look. I will say it is a look. It's a true visual for those who know. Let me see. I'm undecided whether I'm going to keep doing Wes Anderson movies that I really loved, or if I'm going to kind of do like a variety of things. I want to do some foreign films that nobody's heard of. Because I think the point of doing this is not to do stuff that other people have done. So I'm going to do those next couple of weeks or months. I'll probably be done with it towards the end of summer. And I feel good. I feel good about it. I'm getting more stickers made. Those will be fun. What else? I don't know. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. May you be chosen, born. There's other ones. Imaginary. I think it's very beautiful. My oldest was born on Mother's Day. That's impressive. Question. Did you time that? Did you have that in mind? Yeah. This will be interesting if he is born on Mother's Day. No. No. Big capital letters. No. All right. Just checking. But we were in the news that night. That's cool. It's always nice to be in the news for good things. I feel like a lot of people are in the news for other reasons. I don't think I'm going to be able to eat this right now. I think I might put it like in the oven or something. Had me hold up and say, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Had him hold up oh, that's cool, on the paper. That's neat. Yeah, my mom lives in North Carolina, so like I talked to her. I sent her something that should arrive today because my timing is impeccable. And then we got Alex Mom some flowers, and we got food. And we mostly took it easy for the day. You know, just laughing, playing video games, watching movies, television. My favorite person to do nothing with. Deeply. I'm trying to get back to my stretching. I haven't done my stretching in a while. I was reminded of that this morning when I tried to do my stretching. And I was like, oh God, I can't do anything. I think it's like a combination of like I was ill in February for a while. It took me a long time to get back from that. Maybe about end of April, I started not hurting so much. So there's a lot of stiffness from that, and then there's also the occasion of I just haven't stretched a lot in a while. So I don't know. I don't know. We're watching this show right now called like what's it called? It's on HBO. Oh no, it's on Apple TV, called Silo. It's interesting. It's got a very like producer Mitch is running around. It's got a very sci-fi kind of crazy. Is it real? Is it not real? Type of thing. But it was good. It's got a lot of good actors in it. I recommend it. And I say this as a person who doesn't really like TV. It was good. Alright guys, I'm not going to eat all this. I'm very full. I love you very much. Thank you so much for joining me. You're amazing. I will try and put some links in the description so that you can see all those cool things. Like the podcast. Okay. Love you much. Like I said, Painter out. Ciao. Beep boop boop beep boop. Bye. Adios, galleras. Love you.